I'm Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different, and every breakup is different. Work with me, and you'll get professional help on your situation. Just click on the link in the description below, or go to my website, askcraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Kenneth, and in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about how you messed up when they reached out. So, when an ex finally does reach out, it can be absolutely terrifying. Prepare yourself. You're not going to realize it until it actually happens, because oftentimes you've gone maybe months without hearing from this person, thinking they're never going to reach out to me, they're never going to contact me, and then they do. But the thing is, you never expect it, or very, very rarely are you expecting it when it happens. Because it's like, boom, all of a sudden you look, and there it is, a message from them on your phone, or they're calling you, and you're like, do I pick up? What do I do? Well, make sure you got a hold of yourself and you compose yourself. If they are calling you, you might want to let it go to voicemail, see what they say, give yourself some time to digest things. Maybe they leave a message, because it's really, really terrifying. And I know, because I've been in that situation, and I see it every day, and I talk to guys every day. Actually, I was really, really pumped yesterday. I have a huge success story from a guy that I've been working with for twice a week, probably for about the last 2 months or so, maybe 3 months. Anyway, I asked him to write a success story for me, because we have gone to hell and back with this situation, and this guy, his anxiety was just absolutely through the roof, and the ex really wasn't giving him any signs. It was just tiny, tiny, tiny signs, but we managed to turn a situation where he had to pick up some furniture into them hooking up. It was amazing. And yesterday, I would have talked about it yesterday's video, but it was actually, I found out shortly after I had filmed yesterday's video, so I was really excited, and I wanted to share it with you guys, but I was like, I'll just, actually I was going to wait till the success story, but I'm really pumped for this guy, because this guy had really, really, really bad anxiety, and when she reached out to him, he was literally throwing up. He was literally getting dry heaves. He was crying. He was bawling for hours. And it was really, really rough. So it just reminded me that it's important for you guys to understand that I know right now you feel like it's never going to happen. It always feels like it's never going to happen. But when it does, you're going to be scared as hell. Your heart is going to race. You might even shake. You might even get sick to your stomach and throw up like the guy that I worked with. But it will always be a surprise. Even if you're sitting there thinking it can happen, even when it does, you're just like, oh my God, it finally happened. So, it's very, very easy to mess things up. As a matter of fact, I did a coaching with a guy yesterday where an ex had reached out at his birthday, and he didn't handle it well. He tried to be playful, and it came across as too much too soon. And then she basically said, look, I have plans. And he got, I think, overexcited, and he didn't handle it well. But we did a nice coaching last night, and I think he's going to be on the right track. We got him a good plan. But so I'm seeing situations where the ex is reaching out, and it can be very scary and confusing and overwhelming, and I get that. And so keep in mind, it's very easy to mess up a situation where they do reach out, because like I tell you guys, there's more often a chance than not that they will reach out, but their interest level could be small. It could be just a toe in the water. What's going to happen here? They want to see how you're going to react. And if you come on too strong, there's a lot of different ways you can make a mistake. Like I said, the other guy made a joke, and he thought he was being playful. Well, when you haven't heard from somebody in 4 months, and the joke was a little too forward, it, I think, really turned her off. So today's video is about a guy who's in his mid-30s, and he dated a woman who is just slightly older than him for about a year and a half. And he said that she seemed to have a fairly good childhood, which obviously I don't see very often. For some reason, that the parents are still together and they seem to be friendly in a good, loving home. That's good to see. He was telling me about the breakup, and he said that they dated for about a year and a half. And during that time, she would put 100% effort into the relationship, and he did not. So you could imagine the amount of guilt and remorse he's having now that he sees, oh God, I blew it. She was great to me, she was amazing, and I was not. And that can be really hard when you finally start to see the light. I was not ready to date, and I explained that to her, but she still wanted to be part of my life. She has 2 dogs, which are a big part of her life, but I would always act like I didn't care for them. Wonder if this guy has an avoidant attachment style, right? I mean, he's kind of pushing her away. He knows the dogs are important. He acts like he doesn't care. She would always come to me, and I never made any attempts to please her. Does not sound like he was a very good partner. And especially in this kind of situation, you're going to sit there and, first of all, beat yourself up. And then you're going to start to think, well, if I wasn't a good partner, why would they ever want me back? He said, I got mad at her for something stupid, and I stopped communication. And I wonder if this is a pattern for him, where if somebody doesn't do what he wants, he gets to be stubborn and acts immature. And it can be a real struggle to communicate sometimes. When we're emotionally upset or vulnerable or scared or angry or confused, it really does make it difficult to communicate with your partner. And it takes a lot of practice. It really does. And that's one of the ways you really have to work on yourself during this time. He says, after a week or so, I tried to call her, but she was not having it. So I laid off. She contacted me out of the blue 4 months later, but I was too strong, telling her immediately how I wanted to see her. So his anxiety was out of control. He got so excited, he came on too strong. And I think one of the big things he did here is he makes her feel trapped. Let's see how this plays out. I sent her a long text message how I messed up and how sorry I was. I kinda scared her away. Well, you can imagine, this woman hasn't talked to him in 4 months. She's like, probably thinking about it for a while, finally decides to reach out, and then when she does, he overwhelms her with all this anxiety, and I'm so sorry, and this and that, and it'd be like, whoa, I just wanted to dip my toe in the pool here and see how this was going. She told me how different we are and how she was changing. Even her family felt that too. So I left her alone. In December, I sent a happy holiday text, but didn't get anything back. Her birthday was last Tuesday, so I felt good to reach out, approximately 8 months separated. She replied, "This was our text. What am I doing wrong?" Well, he got very lucky in this situation that she replied to him, because when he sent her a message in December, she didn't reach out, and she didn't even reply to him. So he got very lucky here, and this is not something I would advise, because more often than not, you're not going to get a response that you want. He told me that he initially handled the breakup well. He didn't bombard her with texting. He gave her space and never really tried to call her through the phone, although he did ask her to meet in person but she never responded. So he kind of ignores the fact that people aren't responding to him. And you can't do that. If somebody's not responding to you, it should tell you something. Okay. He said that he only texted with her on the birthday. And he kind of was telling me a little bit of the backstory about the relationship. He just wanted to share that he never really wanted to meet her family, and he sort of talked down to her at times. So he's still not really owning the way he mistreated her. And you have to do that, because in order to fix a problem, you need to know what it is. If you mistreated her, you need to know exactly what you did and exactly what you're going to do differently. Because if not, you're going to go back to your old patterns, and you're not going to last long in that situation. She finally responded after 8 months when I sent her a happy birthday text message last Tuesday. I think I went too strong again. He said, "Hey girl, happy birthday. It's Filbert, by the way." His name isn't really Filbert, but I didn't think of a name ahead of time. He said, "Thank you, Filbert. I know who it is." Smiley face. He says, "Nice. Just want to extend my wishes. Have fun. Be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do," with the emoji with the tongue sticking out. She says, "Thank you. Not doing anything. In packing. Close on a house tomorrow." He says, "Congratulations. Good luck." Then he says, "Where are you closing at?" She tells him where, and he says, "I'm happy for you. I'm expecting an invitation." Well, I'd say that's coming on too strong. You haven't talked to this girl in 8 months, and within 6 text messages, you're saying, "I'm expecting an invitation"? Well, let's see. He says, "LOL, you got it." If I was him, I would have been like, "Woo! What just happened here?" She actually said, "You got it." But she said, "LOL." So I don't know if she really was meaning it or she was just saying it, just to say it. Continues to come on too strong here. "Sweet. Looking forward to seeing your house." Which doesn't really feel like a sincere text message to me, because he doesn't really care about the house. He really cares about this girl. He hasn't seen her in 8 months. So it comes across as a little inauthentic for me. It doesn't feel sincere. So instead of taking some time to reach out, understanding she's moving, whatever, he messages her the next day. He says, "How was closing?" She gives a thumbs up. Now, if I get a thumbs up from somebody, that tells me they're not really interested in talking to me right now. If I give somebody the thumbs up, it's not a good sign. It's like, I'm busy, I'm doing my own thing. A thumbs up is not very engaging. It's about as short of an answer as you could possibly give without ignoring somebody. He said, and this is where you can see he's coming on too strong, "Superb. I love the kitchen. Congrats on officially being a homeowner. You're officially grown-up status. LOL." Well, it's too much. It doesn't feel sincere, and it's kind of corny, right? And I'm all about corny. You guys have heard my jokes. But in this situation, it's just so much. I mean, "I love the kitchen, exclamation point. Congrats on officially being a homeowner." Didn't you already tell her that? "You're officially grown-up status, LOL." It's so much. It's just too much to digest. Then he keeps going. "When is the official move-in date?" Too nosy, right? And now look at her answers. Pay attention to her answers here. Because he lucked into some interest, believe it or not, but now he's coming on so strong, he's just killing it. And not in a good way. Not like a comedian is killing it. Not that way. She says, this is what she says, "Sunday, thank you." Coming on so strong, he's ignoring the warning signs. What does he do? "I foresee lots of cooking in that kitchen. and then like both big guys, like three of them. And then she says, "That's why I chose this house." Here we go with some more inauthentic texting. "Yummy!" exclamation point. "Lots got tasty food." That's what he said, I swear, people. "Lots got tasty food." I'm sure he meant something else. But it's just so inauthentic. And she can see through this. But it keeps going. "Tough question will be, what's your first dish to celebrate?" Did you like that? Did I nail it? "Steak, ceviche, lasagna, pizza, paired with some bubbles." Her, LOL. He's just going on, and he doesn't see that this is just killing the vibe. This is what he says more. "I'll have a glass of red tonight because I'm very happy for you." Really? It's so... Come on, dude. Listen to what you're saying here. You're so happy for her having a house that you're celebrating with wine tonight? You're so full of garbage. You're not doing that. You're not authentic. Think about it. It just sounds fake because it is fake. Did you really go home after work, lay on the bed, and just think, "Wow, I can't believe she's a homeowner"? You did it. And then she says, "Look at you with the fun texts." Sure, that's got to feel odd to her because you haven't been all that great of a partner in the relationship. You didn't want to see her family. You didn't want to see her friends. You didn't really care about things. You didn't care about her dogs. And now you're excited that she's a homeowner? Doesn't sound like you to her. He says, "Once you settle in, let's grab some bubbles and a steak." Well, you're kind of inviting yourself over again. You already did that once. This is not what you want to do when you haven't talked to somebody in 8 months. You're coming on so strong. She's just probably warming up to the idea of even talking to you again, and you're inviting yourself over to her house, which she isn't even moved into yet. So much pressure. And then he says, "You're gonna need it." He sent this and no reply. No surprise, you come on too strong. Then he sends GM, which I'm sure he meant good morning, but exclamation point. "Rangers versus Astros next week. I want to go to the game. Let me know if you're interested. Most likely Tuesday or Wednesday game. We can be rivals." Another invitation, right? He says she's likes baseball and a big Rangers fan and they're in town. But I'm getting the silent treatment again. Well, unfortunately, you have come on so strong, so pushy. There's no kind of excitement. There's no kind of wondering about how you are. How is your life? Do you want to see her? It's like she opened the door a little bit to see who's there, and you kick the door down. You're like, "Hey, I'm here. What's for dinner? I'm going to stay the night. By the way, I have my bags in the car. You don't mind, do you? I'm just going to move in. Do you mind if I move into your room? I was thinking the spare room, but I'm already here, and why waste the spare room? Let me just move into your room." That's what it feels like emotionally when she hasn't talked to you in 8 months. She wants to see what's going on in your life, and you're like, "Can I come over? When can I come over? How can I come over? What are you going to cook for me?" You can't be like this. When somebody has reached out for you in a long time, it's really easy to make these kind of mess ups because you're getting so anxious. But this is why I offer emergency coaching, where if you need to get in touch with me within 24 hours, we can do that. And we can get you a plan so you don't do these kind of things. Because it gets scary. I get that. Believe me, I get it gets really scary. And you get over anxious, and all you want to do is see that person. But you got to remember their perspective and where they're coming from. You got to be aware of these things. Because if you're not, you're just going to, it's like you're barging into her life after she's just trying to see what's going on with you, and you're trying to barge in. she's going to feel trapped. Anybody, a guy or girl, it doesn't make a difference. If you do this to somebody when they're just starting to warm up the idea of talking to you again, you're going to make them feel trapped, and it's going to turn them off. So, if you want to get my help personally, go to my website, askcraig.net. Sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. And if you like the video, throw a like on there, and be sure to subscribe to the channel, because I do post videos Monday through Friday. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and I will talk with you soon.